So the Toronto condo market broke through a very important threshold last month. And surprisingly, not a lot of people are talking about it. Well, except for me. And it's a really important milestone because it puts us in elite category, especially here in North America, with the likes of cities like New York, Los Angeles, and even Vancouver. That's right, we have finally broken through $1,000 per square foot for a condo here in Toronto. I'm going to tell you more about the opportunities, whether you're a buyer or a seller, right after this. So stay tuned, guys. Okay, so for those of you who aren't familiar with Toronto, the Bay Street corridor is one of the best locations, if not the best location, where you could literally walk anywhere. And it attracts the types of professionals that tend to pay a higher price, whether it's for rent or to purchase a condo to live in. I would consider it a prime, primo, A1 location. So very recently, actually, in August of 2016, we actually saw regular type condos break that $1,000 per square foot barrier, which is a really, really important milestone for us here in the city. And I'm not talking about the luxury category where they, routinely sell for $1,000 per square foot. I'm talking about just sort of your regular standard condo, premium upgrades and so forth. But it's typically just sort of your normal standard condo. And it's actually one specific project and building that I'm really, really talking about and focusing on here. So we've just sort of reached the tip of the $1,000 per square foot here. Whether that's actually going to stay or whether the other condos in the area are going to follow suit, I'm not exactly sure. But what we do know about Bay Street condos is that they always make excellent investments. You will never find issues or problems finding a really good tenant to live in this location because the area attracts university professors, doctors, nurses, wealthy international students, people who work in the finance industry on Bay Street, lawyers, people who work in the tech industry, like you get it all. And so there's a reason why this location is the best location to put your money into, and it always has been and probably will be in the future. So it depends on which camp you're in right now. So you might think that Bay Street condos may continue to go up. Maybe it'll become 1,100 a square foot, 1,200 a square foot, 1,300 a square foot, or maybe this is the peak. I don't think it's the peak. I think we're really just sort of getting started in terms of reaching 4 digits per square foot here in the city. And, I really wouldn't be surprised if it continues to chug along at that pace because home prices are getting more and more expensive every single month here in Toronto. And so for the types of people that can afford to live on Bay Street, they'll pay it. They will pay it to do so because it's in such a fantastic location and it will always preserve its value. And the funny thing that I noticed about Bay Street is that even though there's a lot of older condos in the area that were built, probably 20, even 30 years ago, the higher maintenance fees and everything, that those ones are somewhat holding up as well too. So even with higher maintenance fees, people are okay to pay it because they're in a really, really good location. And typically those buildings also include all the utilities as well, which is what tenants typically like when they're renting a condo. And so there are some very, very interesting opportunities here. If you're a seller and you're thinking that maybe your place might be able to go for $1,000 a square foot, definitely give me a call so I can help you price it out. Even if we don't get you $1,000 a square foot, at least we will try and do our best to get you there. And if you're a buyer, then there's definitely some very interesting opportunities as well too. And if you want to know more about it, then definitely send me an email, Facebook message me, text me, call me, and I'll do my best to give you the interesting arbitrage opportunity that I think you can take advantage of to ride this wave of condos that are going for $1,000 a square foot. I think that at this point, there's really no stopping the market from getting even more expensive, which is bad for some, but I think it's good for others. And that's really what the point of my show is to help people better position themselves no matter what stage of the game they are in. So if you're thinking about buying something on Bay Street, then definitely give me a call. I know the area very, very well, especially from an investment point of view. I can definitely help you choose the right buildings to buy into that are going to benefit you the greatest. Toronto is on the rise, guys. And, we're definitely going to become part of that elite category of very expensive real estate cities in North America, which is a good sign. And the future looks bright for Toronto. So we'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please leave me a comment or send me a message if you have a specific question or problem, and I'd be happy to help you out. Take care, guys, and enjoy the fall.